Yeah, right now. Go ahead, sorry. Sorry, Manny. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Can I have a 9/11 investigator?
The paper. Anybody get the paper on them?
We're creating a scene. Don't mind these guys. They go everywhere I go. I'm Richard Gage, and I'm an architect, and I wanted to drop off for the dean of the School of Physics a set of materials that is a real physics problem for us, because we don't understand how the third skyscraper on 9/11, this building 7, a 47-story skyscraper, collapses at free fall acceleration in just 6.5 seconds, straight down uniformly into its own footprint, as fast as this DVD, which I'm going to give the dean. Hopefully I won't drop it. I caught it. It falls faster than that. And that means there's 82 columns that had to have been removed in order for it to fall that fast. So we're hoping the dean will help us figure out this technical physics problem. I represent 1,500 architects and engineers for 9/11 truth. So I'll give you my business card as well. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. Is the dean in today?
No, he's not.
Okay. Here's my card.
Okay.
And here's the DVD for the dean. He'll be able to take a good look at that.
Okay.
And here's the first physics problem. The second physics problem has to do with the explosion occurring in the Twin Towers. And we don't understand how 4-ton perimeter structural steel sections can be blown out of the side of the Twin Towers at 70 miles per hour, landing 600 feet away in every direction with a 1,400-foot diameter debris field if gravity works down. And yet there's no floors found at the bottom of the Twin Towers. So we need the dean's help. Will you ask him to help us?
I sure will.
Thank you, dear. What's your name?
I'm Felicia.
Felicia. I'm Richard. And this is Patrick and Joe and
Hi.
Cameron and Afua and Manny. Can I introduce you to Manny just real quick, and then we'll be out of your hair. Manny's uncle was lost at the World Trade Center. He's in town speaking with me this weekend.
It's a pleasure to meet you, and I represent an organization of hundreds of family members, first responders and survivors that are looking for that proper investigation, that comprehensive investigation that we've never received. So we need the help of the dean, not just in the physics department, but other departments here at Georgia Tech. So hopefully you'll be able to help us by passing that information along.
I sure will. It's a very good question, and trust me, at some point somebody needs to get to the bottom of it, because everything that was put out there is definitely bogus. A lot of the stuff that's out there is bogus. And if the common person like myself who doesn't study engineering, architecture, or physics can see that, then it was clearly poorly done. Whomever did it, it was poorly done. So
At the least.
yeah. So
you've made yourself aware of some of these issues.
yeah. My husband has been studying this for a couple of years now.
We better get some to you too for your husband. Do we have more information?
Now, do you speak to any of your friends about this, any other family about this?
Not really, because most people were just kind of willing to, kind of agree and go along with what was put out there. Like, okay, well, this is what happened, and you can kind of tell that that's not what really happened. Looking at the planes, looking at the information that was put out there about the Pentagon and all that stuff.
And what about Building 7?
Building 7. Which building was that?
RememberBuilding7.org. It's a website. It's a television ad. It's going to be in New York City in 2 weeks. It's going to be shown throughout the city.
Okay.
seen by millions of New Yorkers, put together by family members and architects and engineers, that talks about Building 7. That's the third skyscraper to come down on September 11th. The vast majority of Americans don't know anything about this building.
Yeah.
That's the one I was showing you. It drops like a rock into its own
Was
footprint.
that like, okay, there were two really, I've never been to those, so please forgive me. There were two like really, really tall ones and then
Yeah,
there was like
that
a
was
shorter
these
one.
ones.
Okay,
And the shorter one is actually the tallest building in most of our states. It just looks
Yeah.
shorter next to the
right,
towers.
yeah.
So this is for the dean. It complements the rest of that.
Okay,
And this is for you and your husband.
thank you,
Our blessings.
thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate meeting with Felicia.
Good to meet you all
Okay,
too.
we'll catch up with you later.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Willie.
So sorry for you and your family.
It's people like yourself that really allow for me to feel better about the proper dignity and honor that my uncle deserves, because just you accepting that, passing that along, passing that information along, we're all going to be able to come to the same conclusions and actually save lives, because we're getting down to the truth of what happened.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You all have a good day.
If you want any personal information in Atlanta, if you ever need any more information, just email me or follow up on We Are Change. Yeah. Yeah, you are an absolute angel. We've been looking for people like you, so thank you. We need your help here.
There's a local group called We Are Change Atlanta, and you just post on so we go out and paint murals and just find creative ways to just sort of look at the information and say, all right, well, you know what, we're tired of this, we're tired of this, we're tired of 60% of our taxes going to the Department of Defense and school budgets being cut, teacher salaries being cut, programs that actually better people are being cut, and the war is being expanded. As a matter of fact, we just had an event, and you mentioned the Pentagon. Have you heard of April Gallup, the woman who crawled out of the hole that was left by the supposed plane with her 2-month-old son on her shoulder?
No.
Yeah, look up April Gallup.
Okay.
She's a sister who is an Army officer, 40 feet away from that hole, and she just got back from maternity leave, and she was there with her 2-month-old son, and a big explosion happened. She said, you know, she like pulled up floors, got strength from nowhere, because you know how people will do when their children are in danger. Okay, you will lift some cars or floors or concrete to find your baby. She found her baby, wasn't conscious, her baby wasn't conscious, put the baby over her shoulder and crawled out of the hole. She saw no plane, no luggage, nothing. And she's right now in D.C. Taking the Bush administration to court. So we're trying to support her and help her build a website and things like that. So with everything that we can do, we're just trying to say, okay, you know, let's sort of group all of this stuff together, get all of these groups together and say, look, we're not conspiracy theorists. We don't think that there were lasers or aliens or any of that stuff. We just want
A lot of disinformation.
proper information, because we're paying for it. We pay for 1 million Iraqis have died. A million people, and 83% of them were civilians.
Okay.
That's a mess. That's a mess, and we're continuing. It's just going. Now it's in Libya. What are we doing in Libya? You know, so if we don't stop, it's very obvious they will keep going. It'll just keep expanding, and it'll get harder and harder for people to get it by. And so that's what we're out here doing. And I won't take any more of your time. It was
Okay.
really nice to meet you.
Good to meet
Mind
you
if I
too.
write website down? WeAreChangeAtlanta.com. Sorry, I know we just hit you with a whole bunch of information.
Yes.
But just tell you how you can get locally, or just check out information like what we've got going on. We usually have cards, but we just
Richard left his bag behind us. I believe the Micro Center bag. Yeah,
You guys there, we're going to that building that we're planning to go to next.
Okay, you know where it is? Where is it?
Yeah, if you just head straight out there, you'll see us.
Okay, all right. We'll come on down there. All right. Thank you. Take care. Very nice. I appreciate your time. Let me get this door shutting back. All right, I'm trying to keep up with you. Shoot. All right, yeah, they're.
Let's go this way.
I'm gonna kill.